Welcome back to another episode of Remember the Great Sports, sharing my collection. I haven't done too many videos of my collection, but I wanted to share this video with you because these baseball cards are very sentimental to me. Meaning this, anytime I pull this album out and look at it, it brings me back to my childhood and my memories of going to the store, buying these cards. So hopefully some of the older viewers out there really love to hop in the time machine with me and go through these cards and enjoy their memories as well. Some of the younger viewers aren't even going to know what these cards are. So I'll try to educate you a little bit about these. And I might go in depth in a different video a little bit more in detail about these sets. But to get down to it, what I am talking about today are the card sets that you used to be able to buy at retail outlets such as your K-Mart, your Woolworths. You know, this one is a Walgreens exclusive. And these box sets would, generally run anywhere from, $1 or $2. I mean, maybe at most $5. But they're produced by the major companies like Fleer and Tops, and they were available. This one, obviously, you know where this one is from? Toys R Us. So Toys R Us actually produced their own baseball cards at one time, and now that Toys R Us is gone, that's why these are even more sentimental to me. So I'm not going to open these boxes up and show you because I have albums of these cards. And we're going to go through them, and I'm going to share those albums with you. Hopefully this won't be too long, but I might make this a two-part video if it does get too lengthy. So, to give you a little background, I have two full albums of cards from that era. So, I bought these albums. You can see them labeled small sets. I went into a card shop that is now, rest in peace, no longer with us. I tried to go there about 6 months ago and the place was boarded up and empty, basically. So, very sad to see that card shop go. The guy gave me a fair deal on both these albums. I want to say I paid $15 an album. So this is kind of like a pickups video too, but I bought these like 5 years ago, so it's not that recent of a pickup. So let me get down to it. We're going to go through these. Hopefully we can share the same memories together. Hopefully the camera cooperates and I don't have to edit too much footage out. A little better here, but this is the Toys R Us set from 1990. You can see some of the big names in here. There's a Griffey right there in the middle of the page. So pretty cool to have that Griffey. If you're a Griffey collector, that's definitely an oddball second year because obviously he was a rookie in '89. And there you go, zooming in on the price. And if you look on the back of that box right there, $1.99 for this set. So moving on, we're just going to zip through these because I got a lot to cover. There's Gary Sheffield on that one. Robin Ventura. Good old Jerome Walton. How can you forget him? And here is the Boardwalk and Baseball box set. And if you guys don't know what Boardwalk and Baseball is, I highly recommend you look that up. Because if that place existed now, my butt would be there. Basically, Boardwalk and Baseball was like a tourist place down in Florida that only lasted a couple years from what I understand. Maybe there are some viewers that can chime in on, hey, I've been there. But you can see the superstars of the era. You got Mike Schmidt, Eddie Murray, Dave Winfield, Ricky Henderson, Robin Yount, Gary Carter. So there you go, Carter's kids. You got that out of ball, Carter? George Brett, Cal Ripken. I mean, just loaded with stars. The stars of that era. Ryan Sandberg, Wade Boggs, etc. So this, interesting, is the Major League debut set, it looks like. And again, I didn't put this album together, but this is the 132 card box set of Major League debut. And the cool thing is this is kind of, I guess you would say, the grandfather or the father of what today's Major League debuts are. The 2010 or 2009, whatever year they brought that set back. And that's a very highly sought after Mike Trout card. If you guys collect Mike Trout out there. The 2010 pro debut of Mike Trout. Yikes. There's a Juan Gonzalez. And there's Griffey in this set. And again, I didn't put these albums together, so there's no rhyme to reason to these, but we're just going to kind of skip through these because these aren't box sets, technically. Looks like there might be 2 sets of those here. Anyways, this one is one of my coolest, and this is probably the reason I bought the album. If anybody is a collector of through the mail or they love the Dodgers, this is a partial set, and it looks like maybe 1 through 104 is where we stop, which obviously is not the complete set. But this is the Los Angeles Brooklyn Dodgers 1990 Target set. Oh, excuse me, this is kind of a Smokey the Bear set, it looks like. This is not a Target set. But this was the biggest reason I bought this album, was because I opened it up and I found these. But if you're a Dodgers fan, these were giveaways. I don't know if they were at the stadium or where these were given out. Excuse me. But this has all of the greats from the Dodgers era. You know, Pee Wee Reese. You know, everybody. Hoyt Wilhelm. I didn't realize he was a Dodger. You know, many of these guys have passed away. They're not around anymore. But this would have been a great set to have a few years ago when I was really hardcore, you know, getting autographs through the mail from some of these older players. But there's a few guys like Manny Mota, you know, Don Sutton. You know, there's a few that are still living. You know, this whole page basically. Yeah. So Fernando Valenzuela. I mean, definitely a cool set to have. And I don't know if this is complete. There's only 104 here. That seems like an odd number. To talk a little bit more about them, they are perforated, meaning that somebody actually, these probably came in uncut sheets, would be my guess. And somebody took the time to, you know, take them all out of their perforation and make them individual cards. So, very happy. This was the biggest reason I bought this lot, was this set right here. So moving on, here is another box set. And this is baseball award winners. And there's Will Clark, Canseco. Oh, looks like he did front and back on this set. So, might be easier just to do this. You guys see my messy paperwork there on the chair. Don't pay attention to that. So these are front and back on this album. Page, I should say. And there's the sluggers versus the pitchers. And again, all of your great hitters from the era. Andre Dawson. Here's your pitchers. These are Fleer, Mike Schmidt, Mark McGuire up there. Here's a classic set. This is from the classic board game. If you guys know what that is. Looks like a small set. This has got some pretty good stars. Dawson, Clemens, McGuire. You know, just a small. Loaded with Hall of Famers. Phil Necro even. 2 Phil Necros. And this is a Fleer headliner set. Looks like there might be a card missing here. 1, 2. Oh no, there's multiples. There's duplicates. That's the whole set, but these are duplicates down here at the bottom. The McGuire. There's like 3 or 4 shoved in there. There's those stupid stickers. You guys remember those? You just get those in every pack with the stadium. There's the 88 baseball MVPs. You know, in the same concept. It's one of those box sets. Like I said, I'm just kind of going through this fast. So I apologize if you can't read all the names, but this video could be 30 minutes long if I read everybody's name that's in here. And there's a Team Leaders set, 1988 edition, limited edition. Just kind of showing you what I'm looking at here. Just blurring the camera up is what I'm accomplishing basically. So the next set looks like a Superstars of Baseball, KB Toys. I don't know what year that is though. Doesn't really say on the box, but I would go with probably about 1988, 87, somewhere in there. There's the KB Toys rookie set. That's the one I think I showed you. There we go. Nope, I showed you the blue one. Never mind. So this is, what year is this? This might be 87, because there's a McGuire. 86, 87. And again, retail price, $1.99. So the whole box set cost you $1.99. Here is Baseball Superstars, 1988 edition. Barry Bonds right front and middle there. Jack Clark. Here is the K-Mart set. Limited Collector's Edition. Memorable Moments. I've got a bunch of these singles laying around. I bought a box or a lot of cards once, and there was like 30 Don Mattingly's with this set in there. It's like, what are those doing in here? So I know some of the viewers that I'm friends with are, you know, Don Mattingly fans, so I think I got a few of those laying around. If you really want one and you need it, let me know. Didn't we do this set already? Yes, we did. That's the second one of those sets, so I'm going to skip right over that one. And lo and behold, unbeknownst, I didn't even realize this was in here till just now. This is a 1986 Leaf set that's shoved in the back of this, which I totally forgot was even in here. That's what happens when you collect so much stuff. You forget what you have. But it's got an Andres Galarraga rookie, all the Diamond Kings, and the man up there at the top, a Fred McGriff rookie. Then this has also got some of the superstars in it, George Brett, Henderson. But this is, how many cards are in this set? Let's see here. There's the checklist at the end. There are, it appears, 261 counting the checklist. Now the only difference between the set that is Leaf and the set that is Donruss is one, it's smaller, so there's more than one difference, but two, the Leaf version, because it's Canadian, has the Canadian Greats bonus cards. Jesse Barfield, and I know there's got to be a Expos one in here. There's the Expo, Jeff Reardon. So that's the only difference in the set. The numbering's obviously a little bit different, but typically the images are the same. I think with some exceptions, if somebody gets traded, they might, have them on the correct team. But, I totally forgot I even had this set. See, when you go through your old albums, you don't even remember what you have sometimes. But, alright, this video is just getting over 15 minutes. So, in closing, I'm going to probably split into 2 parts. So, definitely check out part 2 of this video if you get a chance. I definitely look forward to hearing your comments. Hopefully this brought you down memory lane a little bit. Let me know if you guys had any of these little box sets also when you were growing up. Did you go to Toys R Us or Walgreens or K-Mart or wherever to buy your sets? If so, hit me with some comments below. Hope you liked the video. Stay tuned for part 2. Thanks. Bye.